So
Mm.
you had mentioned I got all this tomato sauce and I don't, what am I going to do with it? Well, this does kind of go outside of the scope of this, but let's say you are a big proponent of tomato sauce and we don't have a crystal ball. That
Mm.
doesn't
Mm-mm.
happen. I remember when COVID was first starting, this was in January of that year. I
Mm.
remember I went on YouTube and nobody was talking about it. And this guy and I went back and saw what he originally did videos on, but he did videos on like gold, like buying gold and stuff, like
Mm.
just random. But he was a disease expert. And I remember, and excuse the term, but this is what caught my eye is, the Wu flu. That's what it was
Mm.
called at first. And he was
Mm.
talking about this thing over there that was going crazy. I started watching it one night, and every night he was doing live streams. And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, we need to pay attention to this. And they were starting to put graphs up and everything. And I saw that there was like 50,000 infections in one day, and then he would like really explain how it grew and exponential gain and stuff like that. And I told her, and I was like, I think at this point we need to get very serious about this. And of course it's
Mm.
the worst time of year for something. It's February,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I was like, and luckily we had stuff, but I was like, we have a medical tote, and I was like, pull out medical tote, see what we have in it. And we had hand sanitizer and masks in it, so we were good basically. But that was like just something that kind of set off in my head, is like, watch this. And next thing you
Mm.
know, we're all locked down, which was mind blown. But if
Yeah.
we go into that and you say, well, you don't have a crystal ball, um, man, what was I talking before I did that?
The reason why I was pulling back on
Oh
tomatoes and
yeah.
the sauce of it all.
So it's like if you're really big into it, and it's like right now everything goes crazy. Well, you can take steps beforehand. Batavia, we all know she's got like 200 bottles or cans of tomato sauce. We know this, and we all know too. You and I both, listener, gardener, we know that they are all 4 or 5 years old, and she's still eating them. So how can we?
And will.
And will. So how can we ensure that Batavia doesn't have to just crack the top to the can and drink it when she's desperate? Start buying pasta and storing it.
Mm.
Prepare for that stuff in other ways. Nobody's saying that you're going to have to live out of your garden solely and that you can't do anything in the
Yeah.
meantime to prepare for that. And
Yeah.
so, you know, pasta's really good because somebody was worried about 2,600 calories. There
Mhm.
ain't no
Mhm.
faster way to get some calories and eat some damn pasta,
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
down.
I think and I thought about the idea of whatever you have, put some sauce on it,
Yeah,
and it stretches it out, right? Like I saw this on the internet. They were talking about like the way that we eat differently in different households. Spaghetti is a good example. Spaghetti with fish, like fried fish, is a whole thing. Like, and it's in some cultures, probably more
fried
so in
fish
my
goes
culture,
good with
right?
everything.
But I never grew up with spaghetti and fish. Spaghetti was the meal. You had meat, ground beef in the spaghetti. You had, I know I'm going to probably be questioned around this. Toast would go with it, so but that was the whole meal. You have a side salad, and that was it. Now, as I continued to grow older, at like events, I would see like spaghetti is a side. And, like during barbecues and stuff, spaghetti would be
Were
a
y'all
side.
rich?
Hmm?
Were y'all rich?
No, not at
Because we
all.
damn sure enough didn't eat no salad. We just ate a bowl of spaghetti.
Well, that's maybe
We
one
didn't
of the
even get
reasons
no damn
why I
salad.
enjoy salad so much. Yeah, my grandmother was really huge on that. Like that was the vegetable
Yeah.
for the meal. So I said that to say, like, I can easily, like, even now when I cook spaghetti at home, most times it's just that's the meal. I eat it the same way. I may get some garlic bread because
Yeah.
but but yeah, there is an argument to be made that for sure I'm not going to survive solely on the things that I have in my garden. If I really believe that I'm preparing for that kind of in the fan, I would be making plans to live someplace else to grow more and a much more diverse garden than I have now. But that's not what I'm planning for. It definitely is like it is a percentage of the things that I would be surviving on. And yeah, pasta, I mean, the shelf life for a lot of pasta is like 2 years, right? And
And
just
you know
because
it can go
you,
longer than that.
yeah, well, for sure, right? Yeah, it may be a little bit gummy, but hey, um, which again, there's so many cuts to this, right? Because it's the fresh water of it all. Like this is where you, as the audience, have to decide the levels that you want to try to prepare for. So something like pasta is only good if you can boil it, right? Do I have fresh water to boil it? Which goes back to the idea of, what am I doing for the heat? Candles. But let's just be real. If the in the fan, I could use sauce with those potatoes that I have stored, right? So again, what
Yeah.
water am I using to boil those potatoes? I don't know. Do I have the potatoes already canned? I don't know. So there are ways you're going to figure it out. Don't get me wrong.
So let's get the elephant out of the room right now. I got to kick that billy goat out. You can live 30 days without food. You can only live 3 days without water. We're not water farmers here. So that's not what we're here to talk about is procuring water, but you have to have water. So by all stretch of the imagination, figure it out. You know what I mean? Here's a tip. We all got rain barrels, right? That's I mean, this is the audience we're talking to. A lot of us have rain barrels. Keep you a bottle of bleach, and then it's like a quarter teaspoon per gallon to clean it, to disinfect it so you can drink it. So there's that. If you got to boil it, start a fire. You boil it for 3 minutes, and it kills everything to eat. So we got that out of the way. But you're exactly right. And the pasta, if you want to preserve pasta, get a 5-gallon bucket, and then in that 5-gallon bucket, you put those desiccant packs. Put about 3 or 4 of them in, and you can get food sealing tops, and you put on them, and then they last 10 years that way. So there is ways to do that, but I think pre-planning a little bit helps. You don't want to get caught with your pants down. You know what I mean?